What's up, Planeswalkers? Theorix6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. And today, I'm going to try to give you the second of my 2 budget decks. Now, I've recorded this 3 times. And each time, the stupid frames have been dropping, and I haven't figured out why, because nothing has been different. The things that happened last time weren't happening this time, so I wasn't sure what's going on. But hopefully it stays stable. Anyway, we're gonna get into the DeckTech now. So, the way Merfolk can be built is typically 2 ways. The Can't Be Blocked +1/+1 counter deck, or the Go Wide Murder Your Opponent deck. I've decided to meld them together to show off different cards that go in each strategy instead of favoring one over the other. Additionally, unlike most of my budget decks, this deck isn't running the 4 rares. It doesn't need them. We're only running Hadrona's Climb because I decided at a last minute whim to put it in, and a single Botanical Sanctum because they gave it to me. Other than that, you don't need any of the rares. The only one that I could really think that's kind of played in all of the decks is Kumena, and it's not required, especially in the +1/+1 counter build. So, this is even more budget than my normal budget lists. Who knew? Now, starting off, we have 3 Mistcloak Herald. Can't be blocked, bread and butter. You just pile this dude huge, get it early on, kill your opponent real quick. 3 unsummons. We want to kill our opponent. That's the main goal of this deck. If they play an annoying blocker, we unsummon it, and then we kill them. 4 Jade Bearers. We don't want to see this early, but we want to see a lot of them late, because they have a pseudo haste thing going on, in that you're able to just put 1/1 counter on Merfolk you control. It's pretty great. 3 River Sneaks. More things that can't be unblocked. Can't be blocked, not can't be unblocked. And whenever a Merfolk enters a battlefield, not just when you cast it, you get a +1/+1 counter. That goes really well with things like Deep-Root Waters and the Pioneer here. We were only running 2 Silvergale Adepts because I don't plan on playing Merfolk frequently, so I didn't want to use 2 of my 6 wild cards to craft it. That said, it's played in Modern and Legacy. You should probably be playing 4 if you can. 4 Merfolk Branchwater, very similar to Adept in that it can kind of fix your draws a little bit. And if, instead of drawing you a card, you get to fix your draws, it also becomes a 3/2, which is great. 3 River Herald Boon. I don't know why I keep saying River Boon Herald. I think I've said that in literally all of the recordings I did today. Anyway, 1, the frog in the background is adorable. 2, you get to double buff the same creature that may be unblockable if you'd like. And 3, you can mess up someone's combat. It's fantastic. 4 Merfolk Mistbinder, because for some reason Merfolk needed more 2-mana lords, instead of giving them something like, I don't know, zombies. Yeah, don't give me this nonsense that zombies weren't an Ixalan. I don't care. I want a frackin' 2-cost zombie lord. Please give it to me. I mean, it's a lord. You play lords. 2 Deep-Root Waters. If you're playing the Go Wide strategy, you definitely want to be playing more than 2. I don't know if you play 4. You definitely play 3, though, because you don't have to resolve the Merfolk. It does not have to enter the battlefield. When you cast one, you get to make a new token, and that token has hexproof. This is a good card against control, because even if they counter your Merfolks, you still get some sort of value that you can attack with. 3 Jungleborn Pioneer. This gives you the same tokens. They are hexproof, which is fantastic, very similar to Yavimaya Sapherd. And it is the Go Wide 3-drop. The +1/+1 counter 3-drop is Divine Shaper Mystic. If you decide to play one deck over the other, I definitely suggest playing 4 of one of these cards that goes with that strategy. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't run some number of the other, because they're both good cards. As I said, playing 1 Hadrona's Climb because, I mean, it's a good card. Also, memes. Running 2 Tempest Callers. When you want to tap your opponent's field and then kill them, Tempest Caller. It's great. Forerunner of the Heralds is a tutor to get either Merfolk Mistbinder or Tempest Caller to tap down their dudes and kill them. Unlike most of my other budget decks, and two-color decks in general, I'm not running any of the deserts, the cycle deserts. I'm not running any of those because I want to make sure that I mulligan as few hands as possible, and I have as much untapped mana in the early turns as possible, because more than any of the other decks I play, this is the most aggressive. And I want to be able to land 1-drop, land 2-drop, land 3-drop, land 4-drop. My opponent should be dead by then, right? So I want to make sure all of my lands up till then come in untapped, and I don't have to deal with FAF. Technically, this does lead you to flood out a little bit more, but you are only running 22 cards, and you do have things like Branchwalker and Silver Gill Adept to help you out a little. I'm running 1 Hashep Oasis. You can probably up this to 2 or 3. I just wanted to play 1 because I didn't want to deal with paying too much life in this stupid, annoying mono-red meta. Ugh. Run Botanical Sanctum, as I said, they gave it to me. Why not use it? And 2 Unclaimed Territory. Very few cards in this deck aren't Merfolk, so might as well. That said, not really super color dense, so you're probably not going to hurt if you don't have them. Now, some of the rares that I looked at, that I had, that I thought about putting in the deck, they just weren't good enough when I evaluated them. Excuse me. Give me a second. Kopala, Warden of Waves, just doesn't do enough. Also, it's legendary, might get stuck in your hand. It's nonsense. We want to kill our opponent. Herald of Secret Streams looks good at first glance, but then you realize when you're playing the +1/+1 counter deck, your creatures with +1/+1 counters on them probably already can't be blocked, so he's worthless? Sure. Seafloor Oracle, good against control. If you are playing primarily up against control, you should play probably at least 2 of these, because it isn't just 1 card, it's 1 per Merfolk, so that's, insane. But in this deck, the meta that I've been facing recently, I decided to just Tempest Caller and Forerunner, because I want to make sure that I tap my opponent's cards, and then I kill them. So that's pretty much that. As you can see, we have an incredibly low curve. I've done this deck tech. This is the 4th time, so I would like to get into some games that I don't have to concede midway through. Hopefully I get to, play some actual games. It's really frustrating. Going up against Zatum. Oh, as you can notice, I'm in gold now. And it wasn't because of Merfolk. I've been playing a lot of Nicol Bolas. Nicol Bolas is my best deck in the meta right now. It's also a ton of fun. This is a good hand. Can you tell why? Like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. Now, all that needs to happen is my game needs to not freak out. I have no reason to play Unclaimed Territory just yet. We do technically lose out on a +1/+1 counter later in the game from Jade Bear, but we do gain being able to attack for 2. Hey look, it's mono red. Yay. So Merfolk Mistbinder's all but dead. That said, the Merfolk deck definitely preys on the more mid-range decks. Yeah, I want to get out Deep Root Waters as soon as possible, because it will give me block fodder against the frustrating red decks. It's definitely better against the kind of mid-rangey decks because you're able to get like real under them before they can establish anything. Against red aggro, usually it is. I'm not attacking in there. I'm not stupid. I will attack here. Will I? Darn. I mean, they have a spell, right? Like, there's no reason for me to throw away my creature like that. But yeah, against low cost aggro decks, you often find situations like this where you really have to decide when you're going to attack and when you're going to decide to hold back, and it's very difficult. I would actually say that the aggro matchup is a lot harder to deal with. And just because he didn't do anything there doesn't mean he didn't have something to do. The aggro matchup, I think, is more difficult to navigate properly than the control matchup. In control, you want to send about half your guys in when they have set all the wreckage mana up, and you don't want to overcommit into a fumigate. Other than that, you just attack them. Definitely not blocking. Other than that, you just want to attack them and run out threats into their counterspells to make sure they run out. But against aggro, you have to really know when you're going to use this give and take. At least that's what I found with Merfolk. I could be super wrong for people who are playing one deck over the other, or one deck type, I should say, over the other. But I'm playing a meld of both. Sure, shock. You already did damage. How are you in gold? I mean, I'm just gonna go super wide. I'm gonna have this one card gives me 4 power worth of guys. The go wide strategy, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll attack for 1. So, if it sounds like I'm a little exasperated, 1, I recorded the thing that hopefully is coming out Sunday, that I talked about in my last video. Holy crap, there were a lot of technical difficulties with that. But I should be editing that tomorrow and Saturday, and hopefully getting it out on Sunday. Additionally, recording the first 10 minutes of this deck 3 times is very draining. On to some happy news. I saw that they are printing Death Baron? Yeah, Death Baron. I don't need to block. I don't care. I'm winning this race right now. I saw that they're printing Death Baron in M19. That plus Diagraph Ghoul, we might be getting some good zombie stuff. Zombies aren't gonna... they aren't dead yet. Well, they're dead. But they're never truly dead. I don't know what I'm talking about. Phoenix, sure. Part of me wants to Hadrona's Climb, but I think it's better for me to double put down the Heralds and just go like wide as hell. Do I want to attack with 3 puny guys? I'm trying to decide. Like, I'll get through for 2 damage, and I'll only lose a single 1/1. I think that's probably fine. I don't want to get in with my 2/2 just in case I draw a Lord. I feel like that's fine. I'm gonna lose a dude, probably Hexproof dude. Again for 2. 2 of these guys are unblockable. I can play Hadrona's Climb. Start pumping them up. It's possibly fine. Alternatively, I could have left all of the Hexproof guys up to block Soulscar Mage. By the way, if at any point they have a Goblin Chain Whirler, it's an instant concede, right? I lose like my entire board. And that's why that combination's annoying. Because the reason is, why is it gray? That was weird. Why is that gray? Well, I'm a man of my word. Don't you love how you have to wait for things to resolve before you're able to properly concede? So the reason that combination is particularly annoying is because the Soulscar Mage essentially has Wither. So things non-combat damage dealt to my creatures give me -1/-1 counters instead of actual damage, I believe. Which is just so frustrating. Going up against DuckTales, hopefully this game will be better. DuckTales, woohoo! Mono red. What have we done wrong? This hand isn't great because we don't have green, but we do have a turn 2 and a turn 3, so I'll keep. If you are able to, and you want to play Merfolk, definitely have 4 botanical things. Yo! Is this the blue-black artifact deck that... Oh, cool. I think I'm actually going to save Jade Barrier at this point. I got a request to make a blue-black artifact deck. And because I have a bunch of mythics... Yo, it is. Dude, cool. I'll see how the deck plays against Merfolk. That said, I'm going to sneak first, then deep root waters, then... I'm not sure. The world's my oyster. But I want to get this down early, just to have something that can be blocked. That's an adorable servo. Anyway, I had a request for a blue-black artifact deck. I don't have, like, the lands, but... Oh, this might get countered. It is still something that requires mythics, and I do have mythic wildcards, so I figured I might try to build it. So I'm working on building it. It'll be fun, hopefully. I mean, the deck seems interesting. Sure. Tezzeret? Karn? This sounds like carnival music. Is it just me? Huh. Interesting. Do like random mouth breathing, but man, that sounded like carnival music to me. I don't know. It is Karn. Hello, Karn.
Until you have lifted the stack, some solutions must be built.
Yeah, but like, you can't block though, so... Alright, well, Karn is going to die. I'm gonna get a bunch of dudes. I mean, Karn's gonna get a little bit of overkill. And let's choose this and a hexproof guy. The reason we're not putting all of our eggs in one basket is just because I don't need to overkill Karn by that much. Actually, do I care about Karn? No? Which means I should have definitely put one of those on him. I don't think I care about Karn. No, I think I'm just going to try and kill my opponent. And let's see what they have to follow up. Oh, well, that's interesting. Because I am unable to reveal a Merfolk, it just immediately shows me the cost that it would be otherwise. It's cool. I would love to draw essentially any other Merfolk. Alright, sure. No, I should have put the... actually, it wouldn't have mattered.
Tell me you're not... This should strike fear into you.
Yeah, shut up, Tezzeret. That's the first time I heard Tezzeret's voice.
Evil cannot withstand a
Typus Caller, where you at? Darn. the hubris. Look what it's done. I mean, kills this, kills this. I get through for 2. I get through for 1 because he kills this too. Nope. We went up against literally the worst matchups.
Good choice.
Well, I'm gonna go with this one. Rude.
This is just the beginning.
Yeah, this deck seems awesome. I can't wait to build this deck. Not that Merfolk are not awesome. It's just I made mistakes. I definitely should have buffed the River Sneak with the other counter, and push more damage. I don't think I needed to kill Karn there. I do think it was correct to attack face. I think where I misstepped was not buffing the Herald more. I'm boned. I'm fairly certain I'm super boned. So there's an argument to holding the Pioneer in order to is this just on cast? Yeah. Triple buff the River Sneak. So I can attack with the 2 of them will die, those 2 will die. I don't think I can split them up properly. Alright. Attack. 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 So if I do this, even if he blocks and kills these 2, I mean, I guess he can just choose to leave one alive. Man, I am so happy about the fresh deck that I don't even care that I'm losing, right? Like, the fact that... I think I've cast it now. I think I would rather just have the creatures on board to try and just overwhelm them. Oh, right, I would have discarded anyway. I'm very glad I did that. The fact that this deck isn't a deck that is seen constantly, it makes losing so much less bad, right? Like losing last game to Mono Red, it was awful because I've lost plenty of games against Mono Red. Even the games I've won against Mono Red, it's not fun because it's just like Mono Red, Mono Red, Mono Red, right? This isn't even like your typical blue-black, right? This is the first time I'm literally playing against this deck ever. And that novelty, the novelty alone, means that my ladder experience is so much better, right? A new player coming in playing against Mono Red, Mono Red, Mono Red, they're going to be like, okay, cool, it's this deck again. I'm going to lose, right? Right, so even if we pretend that I'm a new player coming in, building this budget Merfolk deck, oh, that wasn't good. Oh well. I have to try to kill my opponent. Even though I get whittled down, I just have to try and kill them. Even though I would, in this imaginary world, I'm a new player who is on ladder. Instead of facing off against a bunch of terrible mono red, I'm playing this relatively novel deck that I've only seen once. And if my next game is against a different deck, even if I lose, And the deck after that, it's a different deck, even if I lose. I'm not just losing to the same exact thing every time. I'm able to play a game of Magic and see different strategies being played. Obviously, it's going to suck because I'm losing, but at least I'm getting to taste all of the varieties of Magic. I'm essentially going on this tangent because I've lost. What's really annoying is, I promise all of you who are watching this video, the 3 games that I played before my recording got just destroyed, all 3 of them were wins.
I am Karn. There is
One of...
great power in the things we
Shut up, Karn. I'm trying to talk. One of them was a blue-white deck that I was able to just go under. One of them was, I think, a red-blue prowess deck, but I think they were just stuck on blue. I don't actually know. And then the other one was a white-blue vampire deck. And I shouldn't say I won all of them. I won the white-blue control deck. I was able to kill them before I saw that my thing was freaking out. I mean, I can kill Karn, or I can deal 4 damage to them. I guess I'm going to deal 4 damage to them. And try to kill them. The other 2, I was in a winning position when I realized and then conceded to try and figure out what was going on. So I guess I shouldn't say I won them. There was still a time where I could lose. But it's disappointing because I got 2 losses in a row.
Oh, say hello to my little friend.
Shut up, Karn. Yeah, Ripperoni. I guess that's just for life gain? It's interesting. No. Oh my gosh. Go away. No. Yes. Thank you. Sure. 1 blocker. Ow. Alright, he can sack a thing and just kill my guy. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Come again. Well, I swear that is not indicative of the power of budget Merfolk. I'm fairly certain that those were... Well, okay, mono red, that wasn't an outlier. Mono red's annoying. That I would have lost that every day. But I swear, I've gotten wins with this deck. I do not record videos for decks that I can't win at least a single game with. I also don't want to just show people only wins, right? I do lose. That said, I hope you like seeing a new deck in the second half of the video, because the first half was just garbage. If you did, tap the like button, add a subscription to your mana pool, and cast a comment in the comment section down below about how much we hate Goblin Chain Whirler. Because I know I do. And until next time, all will be one, except Chain Whirler, because he's not invited to the party.